Tuesday night. Glad you made it.
You bet.
Aruba's in the house, guys. That's fantabulous. Is that a word? It is now. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead, Lydia.
I'm Lydia from Atlanta.
Atlanta, welcome, ma'am. Glad you made it. Welcome to the team.
You hear that, Susan?
Anybody hear that?
Muhammadu from Seattle.
Seattle.
Yeah.
Muhammadu, welcome. It was a pleasure hearing you earlier. And welcome to the team. Glad you made it on the call.
Thank you.
Yay,
Hi.
Washington.
Who is speaking, Sheila or Tanisha?
Hi, I'm Tanisha from San Diego, California.
Tanisha, welcome. San Diego's now in the house.
Yeah.
California's representing tonight. Go ahead, Sheila.
I was just saying, yay, Washington. That's the first person I've heard from Washington.
Fantastic. Welcome.
Yeah.
Glad you made it. Welcome to the team.
Okay, Yolanda, Stockton, California.
California is representing tonight. My goodness, fantastic. Welcome, ma'am. You said Yolanda?
Yes.
Okay, you ready?
All right, I'm going to change your name for you on here so everybody can see that you are.
I forgot to do that.
Can you hear that? Yeah. Okay.
I can do that. What's that? Oh, I forgot to A. Look at that, Niall. Stop trying to be so fast.
Roy Culberson,
Where are you
Corinth,
calling
Texas.
in from, Roy?
Corinth, Texas.
All right, there's Texas. Welcome. Glad you made it.
Norma Ortiz from Sanford, Florida.
Sanford, Florida, right around the corner from me. Welcome, ma'am. Glad you made it.
Thank you.
Milo Myers, Arkansas.
Arkansas is in the house. Thank you, sir. Glad you made it. Go ahead, Everett.
What? It should say James, not Everett. I'm Fountain Hills, Arizona.
Fountain Hills, Arizona. Here, let me fix that for you. James, how's that?
Thank you.
All right. Welcome, everybody. And anybody that's on here, if you don't have your name there, it says iPad, phone, whatever, you can click on the little 3 dots up there. I think it should be top right for you in your computer screen, and just put your name there. Well, welcome, everybody, to the RRR247 and Direct-to-Consumer Ambassador Team Conference Call and Training. And I said this earlier, I'm going to say it one more time before we get going with the call. All the big announcements happen on Tuesday night. Do yourself a favor, write this down, never miss a Tuesday night call. All the big things, it's okay. We got you. I'll mute you out too. All the big announcements happen on a Tuesday night. Anytime we're orienting, you're going to add something to the system to help you make more money, build your business, get out there quicker, hit your goals. It will always be added or announced or talked about on a Tuesday night. And that is why Tuesday night is the most important night of the week. We announce and add things on Tuesday, then we train on them Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern. Do yourself a favor, write that down, put it on your calendar, and make it part of your weekly method of operation. Never miss a Tuesday night call. But we also love hearing from all the new people. I think I have 17 brand new people. Had a chance to say hello already. Every single week, there's usually somewhere between 20 and 30 brand new people joining the team. We heard from 17 already, but I'm going to have to make last call right now because we have to get going. If you're brand new, we want to welcome you to the family, and whoever got you here, they would love to know that you made it on. So if you're new, click on that little microphone in the lower left-hand corner, or hold down the space bar on your keyboard, like a walkie-talkie, say hello. And don't forget to tell us what state you're calling in from. Go ahead.
Hi,
Hey
I'm
there.
Lamisa. I'm Lamisa. I'm calling from Pomona, California. Hi.
Fantastic, Lamisa. Glad you made it. Welcome, ma'am. Go ahead.
Colleen Long from Michigan.
Colleen Long from Michigan. Welcome, Colleen. Glad you made it. One more person. How do you?
Hi, my name is Nitrin from Riverside, California.
Riverside, California. Boy, California is definitely representing tonight. Good job, California. Wow. Fantastico. All right. Welcome, everybody. Glad you made it. We're going to, I got to hit some big buttons here. We're going to have to get going, but that was actually 21 people that got a chance to say hello. Thank you. Nitrin, you were the number 21. Whoever was right before him, you made my story true. 20 to 30 people every single week joining the company, and it's a wonderful thing to see. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the team. You're in for the good stuff. Get out your favorite pen, sharpen up your pencil, get out your legal pad, get prepared to take some notes, because in a couple of minutes, I'm going to introduce you to our co-founders and they're going to share some golden nuggets, we like to call it here. So welcome everybody. For those of you I haven't met yet, my name is Niall Eddy. I live in Central Florida, not too far from the lady that was just dialing in from Sanford, Florida. And that's why I get so excited when I hear Florida. Oh, I got to hit a couple buttons here. I forgot to hit those buttons. And the co-host can still unmute. There we go. Chat will be shut off just until we get going. So there's nothing popping up in the middle of the screen. And we'll give you guys a chance to talk in a little bit, maybe if we have any time, because we've got a lot to cover. So my name is Niall Eddy. I live in Central Florida. I am surrounded by about 1,400 lakes, which means it's a little bit of heaven for me, because that's my favorite thing to do. If I'm not working, I'm fishing. I'm not fishing, I like to be working. Those are my two favorite things to do. Get to this computer or go wet a line somewhere. So this is a little slice of heaven here in Central Florida for me. Listen, I've been in this industry for 35 years now. 35 years ago, I was able to walk away from my job, and I've been here ever since. And it's all because of this industry, that the 21 new people and the ones from last week and the week before that, because of this industry that you guys are looking into or joining just this week and just today. This industry opened up doors for me I didn't even know existed, folks. It gave me some things that changed the course of my life. When I got involved, understand, I'm an ex-carpenter, right? Swinging a hammer, running a saw, building houses. Hurt my back, went back to school to be an aviation mechanic, turning a wrench. I thought that was going to be my passion and my dream, my future dream job, right? Turning a wrench, working on airplanes. I just loved it with a passion. But while I was in school is when I was introduced to this industry. I took a good look at it and I thought, hey, if I could just make an extra $500 or $1,000 to spoil my kids more on the weekend, because I had 3 kids. And when a parent goes back to school as an adult and you've got kids, it ain't just tough on you, it's kind of tough on them too. So I was just looking to make an extra $500 or $1,000, spoil my kids on the weekend. And it didn't take me long to realize that this was a lot bigger than that. I made that kind of money my very first month. And that made me just want to make more, right? I said, if I can make $1,000, then I can do 2. And when that goal was hit and I hit 2,000, I said, well, if I can do 2, I can do 4. That's the kind of person I am. If I could do 4, then I could do 8, because I already have the formula. I understand how to do it. Now I just got to increase my effort, the time that I put in, and increase that number. And I always doubled my numbers as I went. And I went quite well. I went pretty far. I could have retired a long time ago, but I'm way too young to be retired. And it's boring anyway. So I'm having much more fun doing this. But it's when I dove into this industry that I realized there's an incredible path for everybody on this planet. There's nothing out there that I was looking at that could give us a life or give us the income like this industry could do. I remember when I started hearing about this meeting that they were having not far from where I was living, and I drove about 6 hours to get to that meeting just because I had to meet some of these people that were involved. And I drove over there and I watched these people stand up in front of the room, and they were telling everybody kind of money they were making. They were actually showing their income on a projector overhead, and they're walking across stages getting bonuses bigger than any salary I ever made in an entire year. And I kind of wanted to meet those people. As every one of them came off the stage, I was right there, take a picture, shake their hand, and remember who they were. So later on at the dinner that we were having, I got to go up to them and ask them questions, kind of interview them without letting them know I was interviewing them, because I really wanted to know what they knew. What do you know to make that kind of money, right? And here's what I found. The only difference between any one of them, and all of their stories were really similar, was they were doing it longer than me. That was the only difference between them and me. So I went home and I made a decision that day. I'm going to dive into this industry. I'm going to become a student of the industry and a student of the system that I was working at that time. And I'm going to give it all the effort I can possibly give. I finished school while I was doing that. I went to work at the airport for about 8 months. I got a good job because I had letters of recommendation from my instructor. I went to work right away at the airport. I was only there for about 8 months. And I was sitting in the morning having a cup of coffee with my wife at that time. And I was thinking, wow, I'm already making more money at this little side business than I am at the airport. I have to make a decision. So I went to work that day and I gave my boss a 2-week notice. My goodness, he was so upset with me. He said, now, if you're serious, you can leave now. That's how mad he was. So I shook his hand with this big smile on my face, grabbed my toolbox, and I left. And that was 35 years ago. And I've never looked back. When I say it opened up doors for me I didn't know existed, it gave me two things that are the biggest blessings that we could give anybody, especially a parent. It gave me time freedom and it gave me financial freedom. Time freedom meant now, guess what? I'm home full time. I got to put my kids on the bus, take my kids off the bus, go to every football practice from the time he was in Pee Wee football till he finished high school, go to every volleyball practice because I have a daughter that was a volleyball player, and go to every cheer camp because one of my daughters was a cheerleader. And I was that silly dad on the sidelines with the pom-poms trying to learn a routine and make the cheerleaders laugh and make the parents all laugh and go hysteric behind me because I just loved being a part of my kid's life. Actually, when the high school needed a bowling coach to get involved in a travel league that school was getting into, I raised my hand and became the bowling coach at high school. Why? Because I could. I had the time freedom. I love bowling, but I had the time freedom, the ability to do so, and it gave me the opportunity to spend more time with my kids. So time freedom was the first thing it gave me. The second thing was financial freedom. How many parents take the kids on vacation once or twice a year? Sometimes we even have to skip a year, right? And we go on vacation and we swipe that credit card as many times as we need to make sure those kids had a great time, that they can go back and tell all their friends about the great vacation they went on, right? And then we get home, we open up the envelope, we look at the bill and go, oh Lord, what did I do? Well, how much? I can't believe I spent that much money. Was it just me? Stacy, have you felt that a couple of times in your life? Yeah. So here's what happened since I joined this industry and I dove in. I never felt that again for the rest of my career, the rest of my life, because my career is still going. All of my life up until now and until the end of my life. How's that? I never felt that again. Whatever my kids' hearts desired, whatever I could do to give them a better life and make sure they have more fun and enjoy life and try to paint a picture and give them a better future and a better life, better than I had, I was all in on that. And I spent as much time as I could with them. Time freedom, financial freedom. You can't give anybody on the planet, let alone parents, time to do that. And a lot of you dads, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. I used to work 16-hour days. I was lucky if I got home to have dinner with them. And usually it was come home and give them a kiss on the forehead, tell them to go brush their teeth and go to bed, right? To be able to spend that kind of time and watch my kids grow up and be a big part of that is a blessing that's invaluable. And it was the most important thing to me. Every decision I made was, what can I do for my kids? How is this going to help me give my kids a better future, a better life, and enjoy life right now? This industry gave that to me and some. So I've been here for 35 years. And guess what? I've worked with the Rickards, the co-founders of this system that you guys are looking into, for 30 of those 35 years. When I met Rory, he was just a young kid right out of high school. I needed a voicemail that could handle a lot of volume because I wanted to advertise big. And we were using a mail order system back then, mailing things through the postal service. It was crazy, but we were doing it. That's all we had back then. But I needed a voicemail that could take a lot of volume. Everybody told me to go talk to this Rory Rickard guy. So I did. And I called him up. I met this young kid with a lot of energy to his voice. You guys are going to my hair. Had a lot of energy to his voice and a lot of passion for what he was doing and the program that he put together. He did give me the voicemail that I needed to advertise big and handle all the volume I could handle, but he showed me something different that I've never seen before. As I built a network of people around the country, I could leave a message on that system and shoot it out to all of them at the same time. That seems like no big deal to some of the younger folks here today, but guess what? This was in 1991 and 1992 when we were doing this. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have cell phones. I tell everybody, I don't even think I had a pager then. We didn't have any of the technology we have today. But we have this young kid with a love and passion for mass communication that did all this through the phone company. When the internet did start hitting all of our homes and our offices or even our kitchen countertops, right? That's when Rory really found his niche. He left the phone company, got online, became the very first guru on the internet. He was the guru that specialized in lead generation. What did all of us entrepreneurs need? All of the customers that he built globally, not just locally now, he could talk to everybody globally. What did we all need? We needed leads. We needed people to talk to about the products and services or business opportunity that we were a part of. Rory became the #1 lead generation guy out there on the internet. And guess what? He still holds that title today. Nobody could produce the quantity or the quality of leads that he knows how to produce on a regular basis, on a daily basis. Every single day, he's producing tons and tons more leads. The only difference now is he doesn't take those leads to sell them to the public. He gives them to you. That's him investing into you to build your business. You're going to find out more and more about this as you're new, or even if you've only been here for a week or two. You're gonna have access to all this as you go through the progression of following our steps in the training. But Rory was the #1 lead generation guy out there, and he still is today. Guess what else us young entrepreneurs needed? We needed a website. We're on the internet. I need a place that I can send masses of people to read the information that we're going to put on that page, to show them the products or services or the business opportunity that we have. I can only talk to so many people per hour. If I had a website to run everybody through, now they can read through the website, and the ones that reacted positively on that website, those are the only ones I'm talking to. And I can run a lot more people through a website than checking my voicemail like we did back in 1992, right? So he became a web designer, web developer. He started making websites just for us. And we were using some other people's websites. There were other guys out there that thought they were pretty good at this. We were using them. You know, they had a statistic of something like 1 in 25 or 1 in 30 or 1 in 35. Or for every 35 visitors, we got a positive person that actually followed all the way through and filled out the information. And Rory did his first website. We started all using it, and guess what? He was getting 1 in 5. Obviously, he knew how to write those pages. Obviously, he knew how to help drive traffic to those pages. And his statistics, his results were that much better than anybody else out there. The very first website he built, it looked like a flyer. You ever see many of us older folks, we used to see them nailed to all the telephone poles in our neighborhood. Garage sales, lost cat. It looked like a flyer that somebody printed on their computer and then popped it up on the internet. When we could add color to that page, I thought that was the greatest thing since sliced bread. Look at what we're doing. Woo! I'm not a techie, so all that stuff was new to me, and I was just excited about it, right? Then Rory starts learning more and more. He's always studying, always getting on top of new technology, and every time he learns something new, he would implement that into the site. New technology, new information, new pages, and it just kept developing and evolving. 17 years ago is when he built this system called PBS, and even that kept getting better and better every year. It kept evolving, and now it just evolved into this thing that you guys are looking at today called the Performance Blogging System, where we build a business with content blogging. Why do we do content blogging? That's what the search engines are looking for. There's your first golden egg. Content blogging is what's getting everybody built so quick. That's why we're doing so well out here on the internet. So we started using those websites, and it kept getting better and better and better, and it evolved into what you see today. Hundreds of pages inside one main page that all represent different products and services that we get to take to the marketplace, have a positive impact on other people's lives with all the products and services and opportunity that we can offer. And we're going to keep spreading all over the globe, every country, on every continent, all over the globe, helping as many families as we can, stomping out poverty in every corner we find it, giving people a hand up to whatever they need. And we're not going to retire. We're not going to rest until we think we have hit at least 75% of the population on the planet. That sounds like a pretty big goal, doesn't it? Does this sound like a big goal, Lamisa? 75% of the population. The funny thing is, you look at Stacy and Linda and those of us that have been a big part of this now, even Bessie, it's not that big of a goal anymore, is it? We feel like we can do it, can't we, Bessie? It's an incredible thing. It's a good feeling. Rory was talking on the call the other night. He said something I like to say all the time. How many people get up every morning and can't wait to get to their job? I know I didn't before this industry, but now I wake up, I can't wait to get out here, turn my computer on and say, who do I get to help today? That's how much I love doing what we do. Who do we get to help today? Who is getting my email or in my Skype or text messaging me saying, hey, I'm ready. Hey, I'm ready for the next step. Hey, I want to get started. Hey, I want to celebrate what I did with you. It's a fantastic feeling. And we're not going to rest until we're forced to rest. How's that? That's a nice way of saying it. I'll probably rest when I'm ready to leave the planet. I'll probably be working when I'm 121 years old because I just feel that good about it. Or at least that's my mindset anyway. And mindset's everything, right, Lamisha? Yes. All right. So he started building, he became the #1 guru, then he became the website developer. And listen, I met him the first time when I went down to Miami. That's when I shook his hand. We were both attending the same event. I shook his hand, I looked in his eyes, and I could see this man's energy, and I could feel his energy in his handshake. But he's one of those people who they look you in the eyes the whole time you're talking. He never looks away. He's not consumed. He's not distracted. He's looking at you, and he wants to hear every word that comes out of your mouth because he really wants to know what will make a difference in your life. How can I help you make your life better? What is it that'll make it better? Whatever it is, if I can work on it and help you, I will. That's the kind of guy he is. And I just knew he had this uncanny way. He really understood the internet, but he had an uncanny way of predicting future trends, things that were coming, whether it was 2 years down the road or 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road. I just knew that I wanted to be a part of his life, one way, shape, or form. I had no idea what was going to happen. I had no idea it was going to get this big, but I just knew that he was one of the good guys, right? I needed to be affiliated with him. I didn't know how, didn't know where it was going to go, but I knew that I had to know this person, and it turned into much, much more. We've developed a relationship over the last 3 decades that I call him my brother. He's my best friend. He's family to me, right? He knows my kids. I know his kids. We celebrated holidays together. We went on a vacation together. We fish every chance we get together because we both love to fish. And I said, we're brothers, and it'll be that way till we leave the planet. But I got another chance. A couple years after meeting him, I got to fly out to Utah to meet his lovely wife, Tanya, the co-founder here, his partner in crime, right? The person that helped put this thing together and help train everybody to get a hold of that dream and that mission and take it out to the world. I walked in the door and I met this young lady raising 7 kids, running several other businesses while she's helping Rory Steve organize with this and stay on track and schedule everything and work in a calendar like I've never seen anybody work a calendar before. Tanya is the most ultimate planner I've ever met in my life. That's why everything goes off on time. Everything goes off without a hitch. She schedules every minute and every hour of every day, of every week, of every month to watch Stacy's face. She's even planning stuff that's not going to happen for 2 more years. But guess what? It'll happen on time. Exactly where she said it was going to happen, and it'll go off without a hitch, and everything will stay on track because that's the kind of planner she is. And I guess she always says when you're raising 7 kids and they have a lot of friends and they're all on a football team and they all have to eat and you're running other businesses, you learn how to track. You learn how to become organized. And that's just turned her into the most organized person I've ever met. She's helped me a couple of times, and Stacy, break our day apart and put it back together and find us a couple more hours that we can work in a day, which I didn't think was possible, but she found a way and did it. And those are the kind of things she does at some of our leadership events. She'll have one-on-ones or little group sessions, and she'll teach everybody how to take your day apart and put it back together and find an extra 2 or 3 hours that you didn't have, you didn't think you had. These 2 people complement each other perfectly. The creativeness and the technology and the organized businesswoman that complement each other perfectly. And I knew they were going to become incredibly big legends on this planet because of something Jim Rohn said to me about 25, 26 years ago. And it was, now the true legends on this planet are the people who find the ways to help the most other people. True servant leaders, right? That was the definition of these 2 to me. And that's another reason why I wanted to stay in touch with them and be a big part of their life. Obviously, the last 3 decades turned into something bigger than I could have even thought about back then. I remember calling Rory 2 years after him getting me on a computer, which I'm not a techie, and getting me on the internet, learning how to build my business on the internet. I said, Rory, do you realize I'm getting checks out of 18 different countries now, and I've never been there? And he said, I'm glad you finally caught on to the power of the internet now. And it's been fun ever since, right? So these are 2 people, folks, and I love introducing you to them and know who you're getting a business with. All of that was for you new folks. Rory and Tanya Rickard, 2 people who get up every morning, have a cup of coffee and say, how can we help Lamisa build her business? What can we do to help Lydia spread the word, help Norma understand what we have here, help Betsy get in motion and understand how to talk to more people? What can we do to take away the friction points? Remember those words, take away the friction points for entrepreneurs to be successful online. If there's a friction point, they're going to work on it until they solve it, and then they're going to bring it to you so they can take that friction point away from you and let you coast and soar and build your business to whatever your goals are. If your goals are only to make an extra 500 or 1,000 like me, great. We got all the tools, the vehicle, the support, the training, and the leadership here. If your goals are to make 500 to 1,000 a week, that same system applies to you. If your goals are to make it a full-time career like I did, Linda did, Stacy did, Andy did, and so many other people here, you know, a lot of people over the last couple of years, like Stacy, walked away from their job as well, so they can do this full-time. Whatever your goals are, we've got the plan right here, and we're so excited about one day celebrating that with you when you do it. Welcome to the family, welcome to the team. Do like I did, dive in, become a student of the industry and a student of the system that Roy and Tanya put in front of everybody, and there's no limit to what you can achieve here. So without any further delay, I get to introduce one of our co-hosts to you tonight, and that's my brother, my best friend, a co-founder of RRR247, direct-to-consumer ambassador, and so many other things, and everything that he brings to the table. Mr. Rory Rickard, where are you at? I see your name over there, but I don't see your picture yet. The microphone's yours. Take it away, and I know everybody's patiently waiting to hear your golden message. I don't see him. Do we have to, can't hear you. Let me scan these screens, see if I see him, but his headset's having trouble. I know where they're at right now, so they might be having trouble with sound. Give us a second. Nope, I don't see him. But I see him over there.
See him, his microphone is unmuted, but it's not making a sound.
Yeah, he's probably
Probably a good thing.
So listen.
There, I see him. I found him. He's on page 7, and he's got his finger up like this.
Working on a headset, yeah. So listen, I've never met anybody more of a techie than him. I've never met anybody that understands computers and all the stuff that we have like him. But technology breaks every now and then. I've never seen anybody break more headsets and microphones than him too, because he talks on them. He's got that thunderous booming voice sometimes, and he'll blow a microphone out.
You guys ready?
There he is.
Yeah. So
technology problems don't discriminate, do they?
They don't, but I got to tell you, I've had I've had a rash of them the last little bit. I did an update, and ever since that update, my second screen likes to shut off on its own, come back on. My headset doesn't sync up all the time, and I could hear everything great, but we're here. We just got to be patient with some of this stuff. That's all. You guys, I have so much to walk you guys through. Today, we're going to go on to the nutrient dense beef that we're launching. And I'm going to pull that up. First, I got some housekeeping, like usual. Let me see if I can get in here. So inside our Cash Network Direct, AKA our RAM, residual affiliate marketing. Now I'm going to go in here and pull this up.
Now I understand why I couldn't see your screen.
Yo, I've had a day. It's been a couple of days. It's all good and still cranking. Like I got stuff done. I got a lot of new students that I'm working with. I saw most of them on tonight. I got one that just called me. He's getting in. And I just gotta say, guys, there is something awesome momentum wise building, and and we're getting things out there now. First note of housekeeping: this Saturday, I'm doing a mini marathon. Okay, guys, it's the first part of October. So we have this weekend, we're doing a mini marathon. We have our event I'll bring that up again the following weekend here in Orlando. So we won't have any trainings on Saturday or on that Thursday that week before. This Thursday, we have our leaders doing the training call. I'm going to call an audible. I've been on with Million out in Europe. We are going to have a special catch-up call with all of our stuff with our crypto mining watches and our health benefits with that. So Thursday night, 9 o'clock, the same place, we're going to be going over the in-persona updates where things are at with the senior vice president that we get to work with, okay? And that's Thursday. Now, I've been trying to get them on to coordinate. He's several hours ahead of us, and things are just blowing up in a great way. But I'm getting them on there to catch us all up so we can see where things are at and then do some little bit of Q&A on stuff. We need to know where we are today to market that forward. We have a lot of new students that haven't seen that. So Thursday is going to be huge. We will definitely record it and but be there. Okay, so that's in 2 days. So I'm calling an audible. Whoever is training on Thursday, we're just going to bump it out a week. 2 weeks in that case. 2 weeks in that case.
Well, what timing, Rory? Because we didn't have anybody chosen yet.
Well, then fantastic.
Yeah, we have one, but she's already got out of the way for you. She hears you loud and clear.
Awesome. Yeah. It's gonna be it. You guys, we need to catch up on that stuff. There's a lot of us that have a lot at stake. We're talking lots of upside, and I just want to make sure we hear an update on it, and then also how we know to go forward and market that. So before I share my screen, let me explain something to all the students out there, especially the new ones. Don't miss a Tuesday night. We launch new things, and some of those things erupt to greatness. And we had a lot of people that missed out because they just, thought they could miss a Tuesday. If you miss a Tuesday, you better catch the replay. There are so many things we're going to be rolling out and getting out there, and article creation and steady stuff. We have created something amazing, and we're going to be adding to it all the time. And sometimes it's that one extra thing that you get added that literally is that straw that just breaks the camel's back, and boom, traffic starts flooding in, everything starts working. We win because we don't quit. We add stuff, and we're marketing. This is something we got to continually put into to get the stuff out of it. And I can tell you so many times when I just wrote an article, I put it out there, I did everything we did to submit it and post it, and 3 months later it would get hit so hard, the traffic would just floor in, and I see my Google AdSense jump up like $100, $200 a day. That's what we're going to be working towards on a steady basis here. Don't miss the Tuesdays. All right, we already got the best anchor offers to market. We do that constantly. We're going to be working on articles, but this mini marathon, we're getting ready for the holiday season, folks. In case you didn't know it, it comes around every year at the same time, but we need to start posting ads that are holiday sensitive and promoting the stuff that we have for the holidays. Okay, we've got Stacy. I know you saw the email today. We need to get her on a Tuesday ASAP.
You saw my reply to her saying the same thing.
Yeah, you know how this goes. So you guys, so our Sholdit partnership, they have some new stuff, but we need to have her come on. So whatever Tuesday we can get her squeezed on, Stacy, let's get that done.
All right, she's responded back, and so I will. Next Tuesday, we're going to have RC, since he's actually speaking at a convention tonight, our meat guy, guys. He's a popular guy, so I'll shoot for the Tuesday the 10th. That work for you, Rory?
That absolutely works for me.
That is next
week. So Tuesday the 17th? Okay, so you guys don't miss the Tuesdays. We bring on the people that are the creators and vendors of the products we sell. And so we'll have that come on there, but don't miss Tuesdays. So you guys, we have these incredible bands. We're going to talk about them on Thursday. You guys are seeing a lot of us, we wear them. These mine's been charging. It tracks all our health data, it protects it, and it's a cryptocurrency blockchain project. It's big, it's huge. We are the gateway to North America. I think it's been 2 years now. Are we 2 years into this now? Almost. January is 2 years, right? January will be 2 years. Some of the projects we work on take a while to get going, but we get massive perks the way we market. So that'll be Thursday. Mini marathon is Saturday. So it goes like this. Actually, I'll pull it up there. We have the first, we have the first hour, which is 8 o'clock Pacific, 9 Mountain, 10 Central, 11 Eastern. And I'm going to be working on, I'm trying to think what's going on this Saturday. We have guests coming on Saturday. We got stuff going on Saturday.
Yes, well, I'm gonna confirm with him on Thursday once he gets back to the ranch.
Okay, so we have a guest coming Saturday. If not, I got a lot of stuff to work on the same thing. Then the 10 o'clock hour, or I guess it'd be the 9 o'clock Pacific, 10 Mountain, 11 Central, noon Eastern. We have our DTC hour. And you guys, DTCA is like, this is the funnest, like always in the fall, it's harvest. And that's when we do our awards and our celebration for our wine of the month business, which is DTCA and everything accomplished in that. And this is a very special time. We have our meeting next weekend. So everybody will be coming in here in Orlando, the 12th and the 13th. We have a lot of get together time. The 14th all day. It starts out at 8 in the morning with a breakfast. It's already included. It's breakfast in the hotel restaurant there. So we're all going to have breakfast. It's a private party breakfast, and that goes for an hour and a half. And then at 9:30, we start in the conference room, and we're going to go from 9:30 till 4 o'clock. Now we'll have some snacks. We're arranging that, but I want you guys starving. I want you guys famished by the time we get to the dinner, because this new wine that we're releasing and the food it's paired with is going to be a forever remembered event. Forever remembered event. And I cannot wait, guys. I was teasing the MSIs and the GSIs and PSIs and yeah, I guess that's all. The GSIs, PSIs, MSIs. I was teasing our leadership because I got a call from Johnny and he was bottling our stuff. He's in charge of all that, and he was making sure I was okay with the capsule colors for the winning wine. Okay, so I chose that capsule color. Well, Tanya did. Tanya did, but I submitted it to them, and because they were running it, so it was running today. I don't think they finished it today. There's a lot. There'll be more tomorrow, but it's running, and so it'll be literally in the warehouse end of day tomorrow. End of day tomorrow. They'll move it from the truck from the one warehouse to the other warehouse, and it'll be added to inventory so we can start shipping it out. Now, let me tell you how that works. We don't ship the winning wine out until after the event. So everybody at the event will get to try it, and then we know it. Then we're going to start shipping it in the shipments. This is an incredible wine. We have a lot of it coming in. I don't think it's going to last long, though. It's also a wine that I'm going to tell you, for those that haven't really had a lot of experience with wine, it might be one of those ones you haven't really ever tried, but you're going to love it. We've had to wait years for this to get done. It's been in the makes for, well, shit, I look at the vintage, 3 years, 4 years. It's been a long time. Sheesh. We've been dying for it. Peter and I have been like, when is that going to be ready? You know, and we've had a couple of different tastings from the barrel a few times, and it's really yummy. So that's happening, but I'm going to bring this event thing up here really quick. Okay, I'll come there. It's in Niall, if you could shoot that link. If you guys, if anybody's near the Orlando vicinity, we opened up the tickets. We actually sold out the tickets. We opened up some more, so we're in the overflow space. Still, this is awesome. It's going to be a very full event for us, and we have a lot of people coming out, but there's still room for a few more to squeeze in there. I don't know about the hotel rooms. I was going to check. We booked all our rooms. And we basically have access if there's rooms available. If not, they're gone. So we're doing a great job of this. And so I'm going to look at this really quick and see what's available. And get with your instructor. We have people that are, that have room for roommates. Let's see, I'm going to just check availability for the 12th to the 18th, which is the entire possible time. Yeah, no rooms there. So let's look at Yeah, I was pretty sure that the blog is done, but let's look. So I'm gonna go. The 13th is when you want to be there minimally, and then we'll see if the 16th is available. Nope. Yeah, I think we might have booked them all. I'm just gonna look just for kicks. The 13th is the Sunday. All right, there's no more rooms. I knew we were getting close on it, so that's awesome. However, that being said, check with your instructors or everything that's out there. Event tickets. We have people that booked their hotel but haven't booked their event ticket. We made more room. Don't wait. This is the time not to wait any longer. I know I told a lot of people go ahead and get your rooms first because that was the most important. Well, it's next weekend. All right, so we're filling the place up. Make sure you get your dinner gala. Everything's included. Like it's you guys. We have a lot of marketing perks to subsidize it. Literally, this meal and that we're having, it's worth the trip by itself. It's going to be that big of an event. All right, that's that stuff. I'm going to move on. All right. So everybody has, I shared it earlier. This is headlines and ad training. We do a lot of this typically on the, we do a lot of this typically on our Saturday trainings where we build out pages. Today, for the next few minutes, I want to really stress the importance of getting this out there, getting a page that's good enough. You can always modify it later. And that's what I really wanted to work on. And on here, I got CNC meets. I'm going to open up that folder. We have a lot of notes on here that you guys, we can use all the stuff that's in here. And just keep in mind, a lot of this is for us to know. We can do it, but the best way to promote this is to have our own stories. Now I've got meat on the order. I don't have it yet, but we're gonna do some barbecuing and some, we're gonna start grilling some of this up to enjoy. We're gonna really have some fun with it. I have a feeling we'll be doing a lot of this with our awesome best friends. And I'm going to tell you, this is amazing what we get to take out. But again, marketing is about, okay, I got to look at you guys. Hold on. Okay. Marketing done properly makes sales order taking. What I'm trying to teach everybody how we're doing here, what I'm working on with this offer as well, and normally I get it done first and share it with you guys, but I want you guys to be part of the development with me in this. We want to do a marketing presentation that not only explains why they should have it, what's in it for them, but we have to answer every possible question or objection along the way. And one of the biggest things that we're going to need to cover is the value of this, right? Because the meat's actually pretty dang fair priced. And when I looked at it, but it's not apples to apples when you compare it with the water injected meat that we get in the store. There is a huge difference. Okay. And I'm going to just put some comparisons in there, give you guys some ideas on how to write in the context of it. It's beef. I can write about beef. Okay. You guys, I like a really good steak. I like it when they've been aged. My favorite cut of meat is prime rib. I think it's just because I want to have a way to take that horseradish and deliver it into my system. So the prime rib is a great delivery vehicle. I saw that, Stacy. So here's the thing. You know what that is. Well, you guys, when you have nutrient dense meat, that's what you get. The higher end restaurants buy the higher end meat. If you think about it, they're selling a steak for $75. They can't just they can't just put any steak on there, right? So they do the dry age, they do the specially prepared, but it's a higher quality beef. That's what we're dealing with, and this is going to be one of those things. People will taste it and taste the difference, and we just got to spread that out there. But we got to answer the questions in that. And I'm going to tell you, this is one of those areas where videos of barbecuing it up there, unboxing videos, sharing what this is, and talking about the information about it is going to be important. It's going to be important. So you guys, we got to get creative on this and push it out there. And remember, We don't get paid just on the first order. We get paid on every order that customer makes. So we do all this hard work to get them in there and acquire that customer, and knowing that when they buy again and again and again and again, we're getting a commission every time. That's what residual affiliate marketing is about. That's why we call it RAM. And that is part of DTCA with us, you guys. It's there. Now, gosh, we're doing, yeah, you guys, there is so much around this. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit how to build this. We're going to be working on it on Saturday as well. I just want to show you guys where the pages are and where to get your link. You guys, if this is one of those things, right? It's highly consumable for us too, right? But imagine this, and I want to put this on the outspoken direction here, meaning this is something we can share on social media everywhere. Okay. How many people do you think eat steak and eat beef? A few people, just a few. Okay. Now, how many of them are hearing more and more of these scary stories about some of the foods that are put in the stores? Right? It's coming around. I'm just going to say, like, they mess with our food. People are going to care about it. Right? And I'm going to tell you this, like, I love going to Texas. We go there a lot. We travel through there. And I know that when I eat locally there, I know it's coming. I know where that beef is coming from. And not only do I know, I always ask, hey, where do you guys get your beef? They say, oh, from the ranchers out here. I'm done. I'm happy. But not everybody has that, right? And so I want you to keep that in mind. There are rural areas that don't have access to local cattle. And this is something that's there, but I'm going to say something else. Big cities don't have access to this either. So what we're doing on the mail order, and you guys, we're working with our partnerships and our shipping and fulfillment starting tomorrow. We're going to help RC out so that we can get super competitive and be in the shipping thing. You guys know that this direct to consumer thing isn't a trend. It is a new direction. It's happening, whether we want to be part of it or not. We just happen to seen it coming. People ordering stuff direct to their home, that's going to become more the normal than them going out to get anything. You already can get your groceries and everything delivered. Pretty soon, mark my words, they'll have the warehouses that do all the grocery shopping and send to our doors, and they'll be able to keep the pricing better because they don't have to hire as much staff. They don't have to have the retail costs. It's already starting to happen. And that's what we got to do. We proved it with wine. We took one of the most expensive, it's a food item, and it's got its own delivery channels. We went against it. We went with the direct to consumer path, and we were able to eliminate so many markups that we could deliver a high quality wine that would retail for $120. We're doing it for $25 to $30 a bottle. Okay, that's the power of proper direct to consumer directions. All right. And we're going to see it over and over again. It's how we battle things, right? We got to get smarter than the inflation. We got to get smarter than the competition. And, that's what we're doing here with RC is, we're not coming from a retail. We're getting it properly, put together in the butcher boxes. Isn't that what we're called, butcher boxes? Something like that. Okay. And then we're going to work towards a bigger solution for areas that we can really work on getting pricing down for families, and that'll be shares a cow, so like neighborhoods can come together. Like, we're getting smart about the process, and RC and I had a lot of talks about how it was like my family, with the boys. I mean, we would spend about $2,000 a month in meat for the boys. 6 boys playing football. Right. And we had to have a lot of hamburgers and the other steaks around because, after football practice or after a win, I mean, it could be a barbecue, instantly at the Rickard house. And, having that stuff around. But you guys, there is a lot of benefits to proper meat. And the science is studying it and showing it. We want to be marketing stuff that's that way. But you guys, we're selling things. I got to tell everybody, I need to share some wisdom. I have a lot of people ask me, how do you know what to sell? How do you know what to market? How do you know when to get in it? Right. And I've been doing this for decades, and I have a rule. I don't mind being first to market. I don't mind building it. But the second it's being sold in 7-Eleven, I'm out. Now, some people are thinking, well, they sell wine in 7-Eleven. Not our wine, not True Fine Wine. No, they sell that punch crap only. I'm not selling that. I'll never sell that. We're gonna sell true fine wines. That'll never be in a 7-Eleven. You guys, it's a specialty thing. We're creating as much as we can create with the demand, and we're protecting that. It's what it is. It's never going to be in 7-Eleven. Okay. I don't sell cell phone service anymore because you get that everywhere. I think you can get cell phone service literally just if you stub your toe on the curb, there's a guy selling a cell phone, right? Like it's everywhere. So I don't get in the mobile. I used to, right? We look at all these other things. You guys, these Schuldits that we just talked about before, those are never going to be in 7-Elevens. You guys, we got high-end stuff that we get to market. You know, Bella Vita will never be in 7-Elevens. You know, Savings Highway Global memberships will never be in 7-Elevens. You know, everything that we market, I have a direct thing I want to do with it because I want to build long-term, and I like longevity. I like things that people are going to buy month in, month out, week in, week out, that we get paid on every time. Okay. This is why we focus on it. And the one thing about beef is I think we can market it. We're going to get great stories about it. It pairs with our wine. Sure. It's a great cross marketer, but there's an awareness out there and people want better. People are looking for better. And they've already, you know, there's, you know, the things that are out there, but you know what? We are what we eat. Our health is what we eat. We know when we get it. And if we can get really good on helping the accommodation of that with a better product that can be delivered right to their door. Awesome. Okay. So I'm gonna pull this up here, guys. I'm gonna share my screen. We want to start building the pages. You know, we have a lot to educate, a lot to talk about. I'm going to put something out, you guys. Massive things happen at events. You know what? I'm just going to finish on the event thing for a second. Anyway, here's this. Here's the notes. Here's my page I'm working on. We will on Saturday. I'm launching my page on Saturday. I'll show you guys how we market and push it out there. I want you guys to be building your pages. Make sure you get your information here. Start working on the pages, and then come on Saturday and see what we have. Okay. Now, I'm logged in. This is what our login looks like for RAM, which is AKA, you know, Cash Network Direct. This is our RAM marketing, and you're gonna, you know, you can come in here, look for the, you know, the different clicks, the things that are going on, and I can come in here and go to offers, and I can get my links, right? So I can come here. Let's see, where do I get my links up here? There's my CC Meets. Here's my link over here. There's my tracking link. That's the link I need, right? I copy it from there, and then I can build my pages around it, okay? And these page building is what we're going to be focusing a lot on. Now, I'm going to get the beef done because even for the holidays, that's an interesting gift for people. People send Omaha steaks out. People send meat out all the time. I want to have the beef ready for my holiday advertising. So that's why I'm getting you guys on notice. We're going to start pushing that out there, and we're going to go over all the other holiday stuff that we have, and we're going to start be able to promote that, push that out there. We're going to talk about it. The mini marathon is what that is. So I'm going to do my focus keyword, nutrient dense beef. Let's see, did I start this out? Get my meta done. And I'll start writing this. I'll get the images on there. My link is right there. I'm going to right click and open that link up. This is the page it goes to. And Stacy, do we have assets yet? Do we have like images we can use, or we just got to pull them off the website? You remember?
I have to get them off the website, and it's on my list of things to get done.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to launch this with everybody and help you guys see how we build it, be part of the process. This is one I feel safe with because we all can relate. They're called Bighorn boxes. That's what I was talking about. So I'm gonna pull this up here. You know, they got all these things that are there. You know, and they have some great pictures. Yeah, they did a pretty good job on that. And we'll get some more on there. Let me go. I'm gonna go to the butcher. There we go.
If you click on shop, you'll get yeah. That's a good selection there.
This is the picture I wanted. So I'm gonna save the image. That's fine. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna save it. Here, I'm gonna do these right now for everybody because they're right here, easy. I'm gonna go to Dropbox.
Cool. I'm not going to argue if you do it.
Yeah, I'm like here, right? Might as well, right? So save. I'll click on this.
I do want Tim to take some more pictures of the area. I mean, because it's open land of Wyoming, the mountains and everything. And those would be great. I mean, just to set the tone in some of our pages and our ads.
Yeah, that's a web file. I don't know how that's gonna work. So what I'm gonna do is let's see if I can.
I can do snipping tool on it.
Yeah, I'll let you can put some of those in there. I just think if I hit save as, I want to open it. See, open image. Let me see if I can. I have it in Dropbox. I'll play with the images. We'll work on that by Saturday. We only need one image anyway. No, everybody needs to know. Everybody knows what beef looks like, right? It's not like, what is that? And and I think we focus a lot on the quality of that and the hamburgers and everything else, and the taste. But the best stories are gonna be our personal explanations of it and our third-party endorsements, what we think about it, right? What we think about the taste. And that's what I want to make sure you guys were focusing on it. And I'm just going to tell you the direction we're going with this. We're going to put this out there. People look at beef purchases. They see that stuff all the time. And we're going to be emphasizing this in the holiday stuff. So I want to get that ready Saturday. We'll launch that. So be ready. Okay. And I'm going to talk about some more stuff. We have our marketing memes, you guys, that we're placing out everywhere. Okay. And, that is organized by our incredible MSI Sharhess. And we have a great graphics team. We're working on the Brain Food Academy tutoring images for tutoring because we have tutoring going. And we're pushing this education stuff out. We know it's going to take a while to take hold. We know it is, but we're going to be pushing it out there. So we got tutoring images coming out. And then we have contact us images coming out. Everybody has a contact us page. Older students, make sure you have a contact us page. And the reason why we're going to do that is we're going to be offering solutions and we're going to send them to our contact us page to get more details. Okay. Because we're going to hit all sorts of different angles that are out there. Now, there is some, well, the world's crazy. It's insane. It always goes through the cycles it goes through, but we can only control what we can control, right? So we put our blinders on, we go to market, but we're going to have a lot of solutions, and we have a great community to bring people into, and everything we do is going to be themed and directed that way. But you know what? People are looking, and sometimes those people are looking, and they're not attracting what they don't know exactly what they're looking for. We got to have different approaches. But I'm going to tell you, our marketing memes that's genius. And everybody should have their own setup. Everybody should be on that. Everybody should be on that to go forward and market and see where it builds. It's all about getting traffic to the right stuff. The next marathon I write on, okay, I'm going to do things that are abstract. So this weekend is a mini marathon, and then 2 weeks from there, another mini marathon. This one coming up, we're going to focus on holidays and get stuff out there because the time to market that is literally now. Like, we need to get it going. Okay. Don't worry. It comes around next year. It always keeps coming. Doesn't matter what we do. It keeps coming around. And then, come November, we're going to do other mini marathons because it's going to be weight loss season. We have the most amazing weight loss products on the planet right now. We need to get the word out there, guys. All right. We need to get the word out there. So all these things are going to be coming up. We're going to be pressing it out there. I'm just going to recap. Everybody should be building their PBS pages, getting to Google AdSense. Okay. And if you're not, just keep attending the trainings, keep attending the study halls, get that done. All right. Stacey, how big of a relief did you have when you got your Google AdSense?
Oh, it was huge because it was 3 years.
I know. I was along the ride. I gotta be a spectator in that whole process, right?
I think some of my newer students don't believe me that I was probably, other than Niall, probably one of your toughest students to get through my thick skull, how to write my pages.
True story.
But then you bribed me and would say, well, if you got this page done, I have a spreadsheet I need done, and I fell for it.
Yep, you did. Yeah, guys, it's so important to get it done. And so what I'm going to tell everybody, we're going to do this because Google AdSense is a big deal, but we're going to focus on building. And then I'm going to set aside some Saturday time. Okay. So while Niall or one of our other top leaders is doing V marketing on a Saturday, during that same time on a different channel, I'm going to offer, I'm not doing it yet. I'm not going to do it till after the third week. So not next week, but after that, sometime after the second mini marathon, I'm going to do a Saturday. Bring your Google AdSense issues. Rory's going to help you fix them. So if you don't got Google AdSense, you haven't quite figured out what it is. I've had a couple send to me. I'm 100%. We'll get it 100% of the time if we just go through it and do the stuff. Okay. The number one thing is make sure you're posting ads and getting traffic. Now the way the content's up is done, but I'm going to do a whole thing where I can drill out and help anybody that needs the help. I volunteered it. No one stopped me. I don't see anybody saying don't do it. So we're doing it. Okay. All right. I'm gonna end tonight, guys. You got the homework. We're gonna kind of start working on that nutrient dense stuff. We're gonna knock that out I'll have my page knocked out on Saturday. I'm gonna show you guys how I build it. I'm gonna put my storyline in there, and you're gonna see one page done and then other pages done as I experience the product and create a story around it. So I want you guys to be part of that whole journey. All right. One good article, guys. One good article can generate 100,000 new visitors a year, a month, a week, a day, an hour. We need to work on the content, work on the directions, keep focused on our anchors. These are things we're going to do on a steady basis. This is where Saturdays are so important. Now, when we have new things to launch, we take care of that. Otherwise, we're going to be filling in the time to build stuff out. You guys, I have single pages that have made me tens of thousands of dollars in traffic. True story. That's what we got to do more of and get things going. So get your PBS set up, get Google AdSense going so you're making money no matter what. Drive that traffic in, focus on the anchors. And I got to put a big thing out for those that do it are taking advantage of e-marketing or those that are thinking about it. The game has completely changed. We're rolling stuff out in training next week. It's changed. No more. There is absolutely no more friction points. Let's go. Okay. I'm going to stop this. I'm going to go to read my book. You guys are welcome to stick around. I think I'm on chapter 20.